listening to the Experience Pros radio show brought to you by Mass Mutual Colorado. Experience Pros, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Save My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business and your business is our business.
I have a bee in my bonnet.
You do?
I do.
This is unusual.
I know, it's usually you. It's usually you all up in arms, all in an outrage of something. And usually something you've read on the internet. And you know, if it's on the internet,
it's got to be true.
It must be true. Right. And we tease and we use that in a very sarcastic phrase because
I am a French model.
If it's on the internet, most likely it is full of lies. It is full of lies.
And,
well, I mean, have you fallen for any of the scams and shams recently?
Probably.
Did you get all outraged over Kentucky Fried Chicken not feeding food to that poor little girl because she was hideous?
No, I did not. But
you didn't join the ranks of millions of people?
Cold-hearted, cruel person who did not jump for that one. However, I did appreciate the fact that they paid for the little girl's rehab, no matter what the outcome. Even though it was a sham.
Have you donated to a caring, sweet single mother because her child was diagnosed with cancer?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and then found out wasn't?
Well, she wasn't interested in me after all anyways. I thought a donation would get me up the ladder.
Okay, so here's a new term, a new word.
Oh.
Slacktivist.
A slacktivist?
Slacktivist. You think you're being an activist and pursuing and promoting and you know, getting on board with something that's outrageous and uncivil and immoral and how dare they, and you share and
like all those people I see on my Facebook feed right now?
Slacktivists.
Really?
We think we're making this huge impact and this huge difference, but what ends up happening too often than not, we kind of get a little piece, just a little nugget that might have some merit of truth.
A trigger.
Yeah. But most of it is it's like we don't even know what we're fighting for.
So are we slackers because we don't check it out?
Yes.
Oh, I get it, slacktivist.
Slacktivist.
And I'll bet you it happens on both sides of any...
On both sides, yeah. Your friend shares something, they post something, so you get on board, and then you're sharing it, and you're equally outraged, and we all think we've done something really productive and effective to help the cause, and in most cases, we've just kind of gotten distracted, and which is really where the politicos really want us to be, fighting each other.
Right. Isn't it the truth that when we get outraged and voice our outrage on social media platform, that we are part of the problem?
We are. Yeah, we are.
And I don't know.
And now you've got people fighting each other versus the real issues and the real causes.
You and I are cut from the same tree in this, Angel, in that we often watch with mostly dismay, I think, many of our friends just jumping up and down on this political and or passion-driven slacktivism.
Slacktivism.
Right? And we just kind of go, wow, you really want to do that right there? Because what it makes you look like is one really angry person instead of doing something positive. It's not that you don't have these feelings.
You know, when it comes back to us, and we're like, well, we didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't know that the truth was something different.
Besides,
we thought
they're bad anyways.
This. Yeah.
They're bad anyways.
Yeah, it's
slacktivism.
You know, without really validating the information and just going on some little nuggets. One that you know, I mean, especially on Facebook, we already know the algorithms on Facebook are pre-selected, filtered out really what you see.
Boy, isn't that the truth.
And so if your stuff is already filtered and they kind of put you in category A,
right.
What do you think category B is getting? They're getting the opposite. And now you create this hype and buzz and warfare, and everybody gets themselves all angst and all up in arms. And at the end of the day, neither of us are right.
What does Zuckerberg do with us, the anomaly?
He pops popcorn.
You what?
Pops some popcorn and just watches the show.
Well, the show goes on, but, as he's looking to see, do negative posts. If we just give you negative posts, are you gonna turn negative? And if we just give you positive posts, you're gonna just turn positive. What does he do with us when we see negative and positive and we don't jump into the fray?
Oh, no, you're useless.
I am.
You are useless.
Sorry, Mr. Zuckerberg.
You, Eric, are the weakest link.
I am.
If you're not going to play by their rules and play their game and get ruthless about something and attack your friends.
I like playing games.
Nope,
and I can't be ruthless.
Yeah, nope, you are the weakest link. You are. So,
you know what?
yeah, slacktivist. That's the word of the day.
Hey, just for the video, let's lock arms.
Okay.
No, lock arms.
Lock arms.
Yeah. Right. You know what? We're going to be the weakest link together. And we're going to be positive, because that, my friends, is what you tuned in for. This is Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
When you need a medical expert witness or someone to consult in your medical cases, you need MediPro Solutions. Let's face it, attorneys are busy and typically don't have the time to research the details of the medical aspects of every case. At MediPro Solutions, your medical legal consulting firm, they take care of every detail, leaving you and your lawyers to focus on the law. MediPro Solutions is owned and operated by licensed and board-certified physicians. When your case is on the line, call MediPro Solutions, 303-502-6735. That's 303-502-6735. Or online at MediProSolutions.com.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
Back it up. Back it up. C-Squared Computer Consulting wants to remind you to back up your data on the 2nd of every month. Don't put off calling C-Squared Computer Consulting until it's an emergency. Call 303-933-1113 today to set up auto checks, backups, and a lot more. Hire C-Squared to be your IT department. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113. Online, find them at c2cc.net. Back it up.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner, 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
I'm Jason Lewis, America's Mr. Right, and I hope you'll listen to my show weeknights at 7 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
That's the sound that people make when they tune into the Experience Pros radio show.
You make it.
Little woo-hoo, yee-hoo. Very nice to have you back.
Woohoo! The Experience Pros radio show is on.
That's
Woo-hoo.
it right there. The most positive business talk show in America. Hopefully the most positive hour or two of your business day every single day here in Colorado. And let's talk a little bit about branding and brand visibility and how social media can actually dramatically boost that visibility.
Oh, you know what? We know that it can.
Sure.
I mean, you just know that it will. Visibility, you want to be more visible, you want more people to hear about you, and you don't want to actually go out and meet the people.
Right.
Well, the answer is to sit at your desk, sit on your couch in your slippers and in your sweats, and well, that actually sounds kind of nice.
It kind of does.
Can we just be everywhere and meet all the people and be everything that we want to be and never leave the house?
Slippers and sweats first. But yes, absolutely. Or no.
Or no.
Here's the thing. With social media, you get to sit behind your computer and leverage your brand visibility.
Think about that. I mean, I can post pictures of, we could take like some stock photos of some really cool office spaces and post those, and and some other stock photos of some team building exercises where you're zip lining in Costa Rica and share this great company culture. I mean, we could be anything we want to be all by sitting there eating donuts and drinking coffee.
I'm so much better looking online. That is true. Let's bring it back down here for a second.
I'm in my happy place.
I know that you are.
Because at some point, it's almost like making your own, what is it, that dream board, that visit, like, what do you call that?
Sure.
Your vision board.
Vision board, right.
I post all these, like, really great things. It's going to just happen.
Well, okay. Maybe quite not like that.
Quite not?
But maybe you could have an enlarged online footprint, right? And that's a condition that you don't necessarily want to solve. Well,
I could use a larger footprint.
You could.
I have a very tiny shoe size.
So here's the thing. When talking about brands are still trying to figure out how to use social media, what it can do for their brand. However, one of the greatest benefits of social media is the online boost from social chatter about the brand, and that's something within your control. So Rebecca Radice, a good friend of ours here at the Experience Pros radio show, wrote an article, and one of the things she says is social media, and I get this, she says social media is an excellent listening tool.
Listening?
Right.
Nobody's listening. They're all just chattering and saying, look at me, here's my bright sign. It's almost like we are all those sign twirlers. That's what we are. We're on Facebook like we're sitting on the corner twirling signs. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me.
Well, then according to Rebecca Radice, you're probably not maximizing your visibility online.
Neither are sign twirlers.
Here is her comment. Pay attention to your clients online and offer solutions to their problems. You can listen to them, get this, through Google Alerts. You can actually Google alert your clients and or what the keywords that you're looking for, right? Keyword research and other online tools such as Social Mention, and then offer solutions to their problems. You see, if we as a brand listen to what our target market is really searching for, because they're just out there posting, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're twirling their signs.
Mm-hmm.
They're posting. Need this, need that, want this, wish I had that. If we listen and provide answers, all of a sudden, our brand becomes relevant.
You know what? I think providing answers, being the expert, actually having that conversation, interacting, is very valuable. I mean, you wouldn't just sit at a cocktail party and just talk at people, right? You would engage with them, ask them questions, answer questions. It would be very conversational.
You bet.
One of the things that I love, and she talks about here is on her website, she says, find social media from your fans and share it on your own channel, not just pushing out your own corporate posts.
Right.
And I like that. I like the idea of going out and finding other stuff that other people have posted and sharing it. One, don't you just love it when somebody shares your stuff? When somebody likes your post, it makes you know, lets you know for sure that you were visible. And so you build them up and help promote them and give them a little taste of what they're looking for, while at the same time You didn't have to create your own content.
Right.
And so it's a win-win.
It is a win-win, and everybody likes it when they are retweeted or shared. That's the hallmark of a healthy campaign, is that somebody likes your post, and then they share it. Let me give you an example. Recently, I posted an article. I blogged about it on our website about the Denver A-List and the 25 companies who are members of our Extreme Customer Service Directory who would really be thankful for your vote on the Denver A-List. And I gave links to every single one of those companies so that you could vote. Just a one-click, boom, it's done. Vote, 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 and across every category. Well, when I put it on my blog, it automatically populates LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook, right? Well, Lori Ruff, linked to Denver, and one of LinkedIn's social media divas, if you will, picked up on that. And she posted a tweet. And within hours, 25 other people retweeted that, and it went viral, right? Now, why would I say that this is a good thing to do? Because I can't do it by myself. But Lori was out there listening. Lori was listening to what one of her clients, was looking for. And she retweeted it. Her brand just hit the stock market, and it's a ding, ding, ding kind of day.
A ding, ding, ding?
Mm-hmm.
A ding, ding, ding kind of day?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I love it when you have a ding, ding, ding kind of day.
Right. Now, here's what Facebook says. Don't be afraid to ask your social media followers what they want more of. Being smart with your content means figuring out what people like and giving them more of the same in a fresh or unique way. Repetition can be used with a fun hashtag to tie all the posts together across the social media posts. Remember, hashtags now go from Facebook to Twitter to LinkedIn, all across the boards.
I like it when they're fun hashtags.
Sure.
Rather than just long run-on sentences. And I can't think of something right off the top of my head. I know somebody who does like toothbrush talks or toothbrush something.
Coach Vince does those.
What is it? Toothbrush something.
I don't know.
It's clever.
Yes.
I can't remember it, but it's clever. I'll get back to you.
All right.
We need more clever hashtags, because I'm not using hashtags on Facebook. I'm only using them on Twitter, and even that very poorly.
I use them, but sporadically, not as well as perhaps I should. All right. Well, there you have our thoughts. Thanks to Rebecca Radice for dramatically increasing your brand visibility by using social media. And in large part, the big thing is listen.
Sorry, I stand corrected.
Yes.
It is not a hashtag.
Oh.
But he calls it his toothbrush moment.
Yes.
But it is not a hashtag.
Oh.
I stand corrected.
That's all right.
But I found it.
Good. All right, folks, we have to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, business tips and insights coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event, ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Testosterone therapy. We've all heard about the benefits, but which method is safe? Hi, this is Dr. Gary Donovitz. At BioT Medical, we've developed the most effective way to balance your hormones. And unlike synthetic shots, gels, and creams that come with many negative and dangerous side effects, bioidentical natural testosterone pellets are safe and beneficial to the heart, bones, brain, and prostate. Go to biotmedical.com. That's BIOTE medical.com. BioT, the right choice, the safe choice.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros Radio Show.
This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the Orange Effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
Dennis Miller here. Be sure to tune in for the Dennis Miller Show, where we talk politics, entertainment, and everything in between. Our guests are the best you'll hear on radio. It's radio you can trust right here on the Dennis Miller Show.
Tonight at 10 p.m., it's the Dennis Miller Show, right here on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us. It is time for Business Tips and Insights. That means Gunther Mueller is with us. He, of course, from BioT Medical.
BioT Medical, find them online at www.biotemedical.com. Hi, Gunther.
Good morning. Good morning. How y'all feeling this morning?
Optimal.
Optimal sounds good.
Awesome. Isn't that a great word?
Yes.
Feeling optimal. I'm on a 17-day road trip here going through the Pacific Northwest, working with some doctors and some other liaisons in our company here. And, it's summertime. Everybody wants to feel good. Everybody wants to lose weight, be fit, feel trim, have that natural zest and vitality for life, to have the energy to go out and play golf and do the things you want to do, maybe play with the kids, play with the grandkids, have the energy. I know that I had a amazing water fight last night with my nieces and nephews and stuff for about an hour and a half, running my guts out. And I think I have the ability to do that just because, like you said, Angel, feeling optimal, because I've had my hormones balanced for the last 4.5 years. And so aging better, feeling better, the body feels good, the joints aren't aching, the muscles aren't fading. This really comes to what I want to bring to your listeners today is, we need to do something different. Our traditional medical culture is just wanting to put us on more and more drugs. We got high blood pressure going on. We got type 2 diabetes going on. We're getting obese as a nation. We got heart disease happening. We got breast cancer going on. We got prostate cancer going on. We got Alzheimer's happening at a record rate in our older generation, our older population. So, anybody that's walked into a room and forgotten why they walked into the room or can't remember what they were going there to get, that's the beginnings of Alzheimer's. It's because we need to protect the brain, we need to protect the bones, the breast, the heart tissue, and we need to do that by optimizing our hormones earlier in life rather than later in life.
Oh, you know what, Gunther? You always have such a way of putting this into terms we can recognize, terms we can relate to. And
you hit us right between the eyes with all the things that we're dealing with on a daily basis.
Yeah, and this is the reality. So we go through life, we go to our doctor and we get over 40 years old or maybe even over 35 years old. I mean, we're seeing young men today at 25 years old that have low testosterone. And, what is that coming from? That comes from our diet. It comes from the chemicals that are in our environment, the air that we breathe. I mean, no matter how good of a job we do, we can't keep this out of our world. And so it's affecting our endocrine system earlier in life. And so when our hormones are disrupted, and I'll say this, stress is the number one hormone disruptor. We live in stressful times with our time schedules, financial stress, marital stress, parental, child stress, you name it. There's stress going on. And these are hormone disruptors. And so if we don't get our blood checked, we don't see where we're at, then we don't know what to do. And it's not because we're depressed. It's not because, I've said this before, we don't have a Prozac deficiency. We have a hormonal deficiency. And so all those things that I mentioned, this is really about, like you said, Angel, living a life optimally, feeling great in our body. I'm here to tell you that it's possible. You can change your life. You can feel good in your body and your physiology and really optimize how you age.
We were at a fundraiser on a Saturday, Gunther. It was a sock hop, and there was dancing, and there was hula hoop contests, and there was all these little dance contests, and I got a little warm, which is why I needed to stop, but not because I couldn't take it anymore.
She's the Energizer Bunny.
Which is so much fun to have that much energy, to have that mental clarity, and to also know that I'm also taking care of my body, all those invisible pieces on the inside out. My brain health and my bone health and all of that is being taken care of, because I do want to be around for my grandchildren someday, though not anytime super soon. How about you?
Yeah, it's we're good in our medical culture today of keeping us alive. But the real question is, what is the quality of that life, let's say in the last 10 or 20 years of our life? I mean, just look around in our culture and see the walkers and the scooters and people's bodies just not working. That is a reality that is coming to many of us because of the diet lifestyle that we've chosen for the last 30, 40 years. None of these things happen overnight. They don't happen in a week. They don't happen in a year. This is happening because of decades of life being lived in a certain way, out of hormone balance with the chemical factors and the diet factors and the high sugar carbohydrate content that we have in our diet. The body is very creative, and it can borrow from Peter to pay Paul, and it's got an innate intelligence in itself to heal itself. But when it misses the raw materials for years and years and years and decades of life, it can't help but start to break down. And I think intuitively that makes sense to most of us that are, listening to this, right? You know it in your mind that makes sense. And so what we have to do is do something different. And I always tell your listeners, get your blood checked, get with a bio-T practitioner, get with somebody that's been trained on how to thoroughly optimize hormones. Again, it's not about jacking one particular hormone or focusing on one thing. It's about optimizing the entire physiology to be in this optimal state, whether it's thyroid, vitamin D3, B12, testosterone, estrogen. All of these things need to be in a balanced state.
Well, and Gunther, we're all running around trying the newest and latest fad and trying this cleanse and trying this pill and trying this thing because we're trying to solve for that, and we're kind of self-medicating. We're going to the internet trying to figure out, what is it that we need, rather than going and getting this blood test, making sure that our hormones are optimized and at the optimal levels, not just at normal levels. And you can only do that with somebody who's been trained to look for your hormone levels and your vitamin deficiencies, not just for your cholesterol level being in the normal range of whether or not you need to be put on a prescription medication. And I read recently, Gunther, that the healthier you are, the less susceptible you are to just the newest fads and crazes, because you're pretty content with how things are going in your life. And so it's just an interesting thing that if the less healthy we are, the more susceptible we are to gimmicks and fads. And so there's another good reason to be optimal and to live healthy. Give some contact information of how people can get in touch with you, get in touch with a doctor to get that blood test taken.
All right, so if you'd like to find a certified BioT practitioner, just go to the internet, go to biotmedical.com. That's B-I-O, the letter T, the letter E, the word medical.com. If you'd like some more information in video form, we've got a great website called bhrtvideos.com. Again, bhrtvideos with an S.com. And then I always love to field questions. You can reach me personally at 303-598-1609. Again, that's 303-598-1609.
Gunther, thank you so very much for joining us today. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, you were talking about that sock hop, and I think BioT makes you better able to do the hula hoop.
You know what's interesting? I am not very good at the hula hoop. Well, I wasn't. I never have been very good at the hula hoop. Now, I have to shake the whole body. My head was hula hooping. I watched some of these other gals who just barely...
The hoop wasn't falling to the ground.
No, it wasn't. And you know what else I did at this party that I have not done in ever was the limbo.
You did the limbo?
I did the limbo. You had left the building. You mysteriously disappeared.
This boy does not limbo.
Well, neither do I, but I played
You could
limbo.
walk under the stick.
I had to play the limbo. I had to bend.
That's a real sound effect.
I'm sorry. Did you just toot at me?
No, that's a raspberry. It's not a toot.
You missed it. You missed it. But I am living optimally. Thanks so much. And I was kind of slow, and I am slow to get on. You know, when you're running your life, you're kind of going on your course, and then something comes along, a brand new idea, a brand new opportunity. I think that sometimes I miss it the first dozen times it comes in front of me because I'm just going full speed ahead, and finally something kind of has to knock me on the head to go, okay, Angel, pay attention to this. And so by the time I do pay attention, it's like, oh, where's this been all my life? And so I recognize that even many of our listeners, as they're listening to a lot of the business tips and the health tips and the financial tips that we give, you're living your life full speed ahead and you're on course. And sometimes you don't even recognize the information that's trying to come at you and the opportunities that are there. And so we just encourage you to stop and have just an open mind and think, okay, what am I supposed to be hearing? Or what are some things that I should be maybe optimizing in my life? And pay attention and make those phone calls and get involved.
Make the phone call to BioT Medical. Talk to Gunther, 303-598-1609. Folks, when we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Attention business owners. If you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706. Or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Arthritis and gout sufferers, listen up. You don't have to resolve yourself to a lifetime of pain. Burt Middleton is a certified nutritional therapy consultant and a former gout sufferer. That's right, I said former gout sufferer. Whether you deal with rheumatoid arthritis or the most severe case of gout, Burt Middleton can and will help you kill the pain quickly and permanently. You need Burt Middleton, the gout killer. His nutritional and lifestyle solutions help you get the gout out. Check out thegoutkiller.com today or call Burt directly, 970-485-5955.
Hi, ladies. This is Angel, and I want to let you in on one of my favorite fashion secrets. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella's studio for a full year, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella's studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara. And all of the compliments I get. Get yours today. Call Carabella's studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. And to ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. 303-909-9585.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
This is Angie Austin. Catch the good news with Angie Austin weekdays over on our sister station, 810 KLVZ. Now back to the Experience Pros on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Did you forget something?
I did. I completely forgot what we were going to talk about.
You forgot what we were going to talk about?
It was right here.
Right there on the tip, just in my brain. Do you ever have, last night I was talking to my son, and I'm at the dinner table, and he just recently got a role in a theater production of Wizard of Oz. He's going to be the Scarecrow. He is uber super excited. He is, and he's only disappointed that their rehearsals are only like 2 or 3 hours a day. He would love to spend the whole day.
Oh, sure.
At the theater. He calls them my people. Mom, theater kids, these are my people, and they all are just kind of goofballs in it, you know, and just.
I want some of my people.
And so I said to him, did they give you? And I was trying to remember. I couldn't remember the word for script. I said, that thing with your lines in it. That piece of paper that has all the things you're going to say. You mean my script? That's it.
That's the one. See, I'm surprised you even remembered a conversation from yesterday. But we all forget stuff. And so I went in search of some help. And Jeff Hayden posted an article that says there are 6 extremely effective ways to improve our memory.
Oh, how do we improve our memory?
I don't know.
I mean, I've worked on, because of my hormone replacement therapy and my BioT pellets, it's helped with the brain fog and that mental clarity.
Still couldn't find a script.
But memory is, I think, a little different.
I think it is too. Well, there are 3 precursors to the 6 how to improve your memories. First one is you got to create a memory that's worth remembering.
Create a memory that's worth remembering.
Right.
So most of the stuff that we do isn't worth remembering anyways.
Maybe
that's it. Our life is boring, and it's the same thing every other day. And if you forgot it, no harm, no foul.
Once you've got that memory, you need to consolidate it. That is, do nothing else, and that memory could soon fade away. You got to consolidate it. A lot of that happens while you're sleeping. I don't know how.
Well,
but it recreates the brain activity pattern. Oh gosh, this is getting over my head. Finally, you need to be able to recall that memory, and that's where most of us struggle. So here we go. Ready?
Okay.
Meditate.
How's that going to help me? Okay, I admit I've never been a meditator. I pray, but I've never been a meditator.
Because you don't cross your legs properly.
Well, and I think trying to clear this brain and clear this mind of all thoughts at all ain't happening.
That's the issue. But think about this. Working memory, which is a little like your brain's notepad, is where new information is temporarily held. If you want to draw out that, you need to meditate. Meditation can strengthen that temporary holding capacity.
What?
You're not having to clear. You're having to compartmentalize and then meditate.
Meditate. Okay.
All right. And sometimes you have to clear your mind.
I can't. Ain't happening.
Can't. It's
Although,
a 4-letter word, Missy.
Okay, so I will tell you one thing that is now one of my new favorite things.
Yeah.
For clearing my mind.
Okay.
And favorite, it comes with its own downside too. So
Every favorite has.
So take it as you will. But I think a lot of times people think about working out first thing in the morning. You get up early before you need the shower, and in order to add an extra hour's activity into your day, where are you going to fit it in during the day? So you get up an hour earlier and you go and work out early, and then you've got all this energy for the day, and blah blah blah. You've worked out, yay! But you also had to get up early. My new favorite thing.
New favorite.
Is working out in the afternoon.
Oh.
And here's why. We work out at the Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Boy, don't we.
In the afternoon at the end of the day. And this has done so many positive things. One, it forces us to leave the office.
Some of us are workaholics.
As entrepreneurs, there's always more to do, right? And then you just keep going and you just barrel through it. And next thing you know, it's 8 o'clock at night and you've worked the entire day through. Now, you've got stuff to show for it, which is fabulous. But at some point, all work and no play makes Angel and Eric dull people to hang out with.
Right.
So we have to leave the office. We're forced to because the class is starting at 4:30 or whatever time the class is that we're taking, and we're forced to leave the office at the end of the day. And here's what happens while we're there. I forget all the stuff. You walk in and you've got all these thoughts, all these projects, all these things you're working on, all these big things you're solving for. Well, about 2 minutes into the class, gone.
Yeah, you're in pain management mode now.
I am not thinking about any of that at all. It is the biggest stress reliever, mind clearing, mind blowing.
Meditation.
Maybe it's like meditation,
right.
and it's like hot yoga because we're sweating like piggies in there.
I did something gross yesterday.
Oh my God, I thought I was going to throw up. Seriously, I had to look away because it was going to make me vomit.
Yeah.
Eric was so sweaty. We have to tell them.
Do we?
We do. Well, you can't.
We just let it hang out there.
Okay. All right. If you don't want
Eric
to
did
hear
something gross and Angel almost puked.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you don't want to hear, then turn the volume down for about 40 seconds, and then I'll say it, and then you can come back. But Eric, here I go. So here's your 40 seconds. Eric got so sweaty, his shirt was completely soaked. It was so much. I said, "Did you pour your water bottle onto yourself?" And he's like, "No, This is all sweat." So in the parking lot at the end of class, he takes off his shirt and he wrings out his sweat that I had to turn because I thought I was going to vomit.
I wasn't sure if it was because my shirt was off or because what was coming out of my shirt.
It was, what was coming out of the shirt. Yeah. So, but, great workout, best thing to ever happen to us. I think just to clear our brains and to be more effective at work is to get out of work sometimes.
We have 90 seconds to cover 5 more points. Can we get back on tag?
Sorry, you don't like my stories? I thought my stories were like
You've forgotten that we're talking about effective ways to improve your memory.
Oh, I forgot.
Right. So here we go, back to the memory. And I love this one. Number 2, drink coffee to improve memory consolidation.
Oh.
Now, here's the thing. Science doesn't say that you can drink coffee early in the morning and it will help you maintain your memories. What it does say is that if you drink a little coffee after your memories, you will hold more that you've learned throughout the day. That is to say, whatever comes after the stimulant of coffee, the caffeine, goes, I'm going to help you with your consolidation. Here's one that you'll like. Eat berries for better long-term memory.
Berries?
Berries. Mm-hmm. The antioxidants and the. In fact, this one was all about
berries?
Strawberries.
How often berries? What kind of berries?
Now you're asking questions that no one knows.
Really. If I'm going to improve my memory, are we talking about eating a couple berries all the time?
Why don't you just try eating more?
More
berries. Okay, like more cowbell. You need more berries. All right.
What? The word "more" not good enough.
Well, let's try a different word that might help you. Flavonoids. Yes. Flavonoids. It's not just for chocolate anymore. Berries have flavonoids, and they appear to strengthen the existing connections in the brain.
Chocolate has flavonoids?
Of course it does.
Berries have flavonoids?
Uh-huh.
Put your hands together.
Chocolate-covered strawberries? There you go.
I could eat more. I would accept more of those.
Exercise to improve memory recall.
Okay, exercise.
Right.
I'm doing that, working on that. Yeah, I've got my Pilates. Tried Pilates for the first time with IMX Pilates in the town center at Highlands Ranch.
Ooh,
I I had no idea. That's quite the workout.
Yeah,
that was good stuff.
I remember it very well. Thank you very much. Chewing gum actually helps you make stronger memories.
Chewing gum.
Chewing gum. It increases the activity in the hippocampus.
In my brain.
That's the one.
I chew gum, but only in the car because I look like a cow and I don't want to do it in
I'm
public.
so glad that we're on the radio right now because nobody can call up and say, holy cow, Eric knows the word hippocampus and know where the hippo lives.
And he didn't have to clap it out.
Right.
And he could pronounce it.
Finally, and we all have known this for a very long time, sleep more to consolidate your memories. Sleep is proven to be one of the most important elements in having a good memory. And when sleep is not there, your memory suffers.
Yeah, I sleep just fine. Well, ish.
What were we talking about?
Are you sleeping?
I'm working on it.
Are you sleeping?
Thanks to Jeff Hayden for sharing that. 6 extremely effective ways to improve your memory and the bonus story about Eric and his workout. Thank you for contributing.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We'll be back after these messages.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
If selling is important to your bottom line in business, and it is, then how you sell is more important than what you sell. If your sales approach is old school and outdated, you're leaving money on the table. Sales expert Liz Wendling will absolutely help you update your sales language and transform your sales results. Stop sounding like everyone else in your industry and stand out, not blend in. Liz can show you how. Every minute you delay, you're losing money. Call Liz Wendling today, 303-988-9157, or visit online at evolvedselling.com.
Camp Experience is a one-of-a-kind annual retreat designed exclusively for women who are ready for education and inspiration and want to connect to a network of amazing women. Sign up for the camp event happening on September 19 through 21 at Cheyenne Mountain Resort. At camp, there's time to just relax and be a girlfriend as you refine your vision, reflect on your purpose, and enjoy top speakers and creative activities. It's also the perfect place to simply have fun. Register today for Camp Experience at campexperience.com.
Cheers, Experience Pro listeners. My name is Lisa Voss, and I'm the owner of the Denver area Tilda Kilt Pub and Eateries. I'd like to personally invite you to join us for a quick and delicious lunch at the Kilt. Our food is made from scratch and served in one of the warmest and friendliest establishments in Denver. Join us on Mondays for our $10 steak special or on Tuesdays for our $5 build-your-own burger with fries. Join us for lunch at either location, downtown on the 16th Street Mall or in the Denver Tech Center on Bellevue and Ulster. Tilted Kilt, where cold beer never tasted so good.
Do you want to meet some new people, make some great connections, and network with other business owners? Call me, Penny, today at 303-220-0366 or go to theconnectingexperts.com. Connecting people to people.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to See It Thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trusted companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
Dennis Miller here. Be sure to tune in for the Dennis Miller Show, where we talk politics, entertainment, and everything in between. Our guests are the best you'll hear on radio. It's radio you can trust right here on the Dennis Miller Show.
Tonight at 10 p.m., it's the Dennis Miller Show, right here on KLZ 560, The Source.
Laura Ingram, tomorrow morning at 8, here on KLZ 560.
Hi, this is Dr. Ivan Meisner, New York Times bestselling author and founder of BNI, the world's largest networking organization.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the #1 best positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger than ever, hour after hour, work is never.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us. You know, effective leadership requires effective decision making, and sometimes I don't know how effective I am at making decisions, but I do know this: I am decisive.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
You know,
sure.
And right, wrong, or indifferent, I make decisions based on the information given to me at the moment, and when I do, that's kind of the way. You know, it's like I've always said, you know, who do you want to follow? Who do you want to have in the trenches with you when the bullets are flying overhead? The one who sits there and says, you know what, let's just take a timeout and a vote on what we should do. Or do you want the leader who sits there and says, duck your heads, run this way, we're going this way?
I think we want a leader that says, duck your heads, this is where we're going, that can make a decision. We don't want ambiguity. We don't want a flibberty-gibbet. We don't want somebody that says, let's ask everybody, and then let's take all the information, and let's assess the information.
There's a lot of people who want that, though.
You know what? We don't.
Team.
Together,
everyone achieves more.
I think there are conversations where we're brainstorming, we're in creative mode, we're pulling together the information of how we're going to grow, and there are elements of, you know, bringing up surveys and getting everybody's opinion and getting everybody on board. But when push comes to shove and at the moment of, and a decision needs to be made, we want a leader that knows our culture, that knows our values, that knows what's good for the company, has already entrenched themselves in it, and can say yay or nay. And then back it up. Sometimes we make a mistake because maybe the yay was wrong or the nay was wrong and it was a poor decision. But whether or not you make poor decisions is really, unless you continually make poor decisions, but to make a poor decision once in a while is usually you're able to recover from fairly quickly, especially if you've been supported by a team that you've kind of got change in your pocket, so to speak. You've built in, you've made enough good decisions that one bad decision isn't going to break you, and especially if you can bounce back from a bad decision. And once you know it's a bad decision, you know, drop the pride and move on from the bad decision.
There you go.
Okay, but I think, how do you get there? How do you get to a place where you're able to be that leader and be able to make a decision on the spot, yes or no? Sometimes you do have to actually take some time. You know, it's complex, and break it down. And
absolutely, and
seek out
sometimes
some
you
advice.
do need some advice. And I'm not saying that you don't. I just think that there are so many people who take the I
don't know, but here's the thing, like,
the
do
team
you ever
approach.
ask somebody, somebody invites you out to lunch. You know, here's a decision. Somebody invites you out to lunch. Okay, let's go to lunch. All right, where do you want to go? Okay, wait a minute. You invited me.
Right.
Make a decision. Get on with it. And because it's me, and because I could care less what we eat, I mean, we could drink a smoothie, we could eat a cheeseburger.
Isn't that the truth?
The food thing doesn't bother me, but for those people who are like, I don't know, where you want to go? I don't know, what do you want to do? What do you want to do for dinner? What do you do? I don't know, do we want to change our pricing? I don't know, do you want to change our pricing? Blah, blah, blah.
Teacher.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Okay.
Because when somebody says, do you want to go to lunch? And you say, sure. And then they say, where would you like to go? Isn't that somebody saying, I defer to your preference? I
didn't make this meeting.
So you don't have any room in your heart for the fact that maybe they're trying to say,
I do. I tolerate it.
You tolerate.
I tolerate it, and I tell you where I want to go because you won't make that decision, and so I do for you.
It's not about. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. So our friend Karen Sussman, who puts out a regular blog.
She's a smart girl.
She says, here are some decision-making techniques that you can use. Now, none of these are for creating instant decisions, because I think you have to get there. You have to kind of build it up where you feel comfortable making a decision with somebody, and I always think that if somebody invites me to lunch and then says, where do you want to go? They don't feel comfortable making that decision for me because they think, they might make a mistake and screw up, and and they might, but you know what? We'll live on.
Right.
So, Karen says, number 1, employ your pal Ben Franklin. He supposedly listed the pros on the left side of a paper and the cons on the right side of the paper, and it would help. Sometimes it helps to just write out the pros and the cons on pieces of paper. I don't know if you've ever actually done this.
I have.
But I'll write down the pros sometimes on one side and the cons on the other side, and even though the cons list is longer, I still pick the pro.
That's kind of the way you are.
Yeah. I mean, logic says I shouldn't do this, but I want to, so I will.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Have you ever heard of reverse decision making?
Reverse decision making?
Yeah, that's when you take a sheet of paper, list all the ways you could make the challenge worse, then flip your answers. Now you have ways to make a challenge more manageable.
Oh, so if what's the worst thing that could happen here? Oh, that's a good idea.
There you go.
You know what? And I think you're going to find, what's the worst thing that can happen? Usually, really nothing much. You can always recover from it.
Right.
Other ways to make good decisions is to use role models and imagine how somebody you admire, living or dead, mom, dad, grandma.
Dead folks are making slower decisions.
Well, but when they were alive,
what
would Abraham Lincoln do in this situation kind of thing, right? So how would they handle the decision? It also doesn't have to be somebody famous. I think a lot of times we can look to our relatives, how would dad have handled this? And, what would mom have said? And because sometimes, I don't know, I think even it doesn't matter how old we are, even if we have grandchildren, we're still our parents' children.
Absolutely.
And we still look up to them and admire them.
One of the things that I use for decision making is I actually try to visualize the success. I go out there and I think, okay, this is what it looks like when we get this thing right, and we just go. And I don't know if I do that intuitively or whatnot, and I rarely slow down long enough to think about what the steps are. I just act.
But you're at least visualizing this is what it's going to be once this decision, and this is what it can be. And if you've got the visual aid in your head helping you guide along those decisions, you're going to get there because you can see it. If you can see what the end looks like, there might be challenges. It might be sticky. You might not have everybody on board with you as you trudge ahead, but you see where you're going, and where you're going is good, and you can get there.
Absolutely.
And once you've got that, you kind of then work yourself backwards to the solution to the challenge. I think sometimes we have to just take the risk and have some fun. We don't always have to choose the safe route. And I think that's what ends up happening when we get the buy-in from the majority of the people, is we tend to take the safe route.
Sure.
What's the least thing that's going to offend anybody here? What's going to be the one thing that doesn't rock the boat? Sometimes it's super duper fun and effective to rock the boat.
I like that. I do.
All right, so Karen Sussman, she says that the author, Susan Jeffers, who wrote the book Feel the Fear and Do It Anyways, she says that what often blocks a decision is the fear that we won't survive or we won't be able to cope if we make the wrong decision. If you make a bad decision, you get lots of valuable information of what not to do the next time.
Amen.
So make another decision and see where it leads.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid. If fear is the only thing holding you back, proceed with reckless abandon. That's what we like to say here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Hey, we got to take a quick commercial break, but we want you to stick around. There's a whole nother hour of positive business talk coming up after this. And so, stretch, right? Take a deep breath. It's a fantastic Tuesday. And while you're at it, do something crazy. Give somebody a 20-second kiss. It stands for kindness is so simple, and it only takes 20 seconds to say something nice about somebody else in business. And while you're doing that, we'll give you the station ID.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KLZ 560, The Source.
It's time to ignite your love of God and country and let your patriotic passion fly at the 2014 Brakes Plus Jet Car Nationals and Family Festival on Friday, July 4th at Bandimere Speedway in Morrison. We will honor our heroes with a special salute for our troops, and Christian artists will be in concert. Highlighting the racing will be 8 jet cars screaming down the track at 300 miles per hour. The night will close with an incredible fireworks display choreographed to inspirational and patriotic music. There will also be inflatables, rides, games, and good old-fashioned contests for the entire family. Come by the KLZ booth for even more fun. For more information and discount tickets, go to bandimere.com. Kids 5 and under are free. Fireworks, jet cars, drag racing, concerts, and honoring our troops. You can't get more American than that. The 2014 Family Festival on Friday, July 4th at Bandimere Speedway opens at 3 p.m. For more information, go to bandimere.com. Bandimere.com. Brought to you by KLZ and the Bandimere Family Foundation.
This is the legendary KLZ, AM 560, KLZ HD Denver, and online streaming at 560thesource.com. Since 1922, KLZ Denver.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm Kay Long. Israel's prime minister mincing no words, promising retaliation against the terrorist group Hamas for the deaths of 3 Israeli teenagers. Mark Regev is the spokesman for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
This murder of innocent teenagers on their way home from school, I think, is a clear example. It demonstrates that Hamas has not changed. It remains a vicious, vile terrorist organization that targets every Israeli civilian, man, woman, and as we've seen, children as well.
The Blaze Radio's Robin Walensky with the very latest.
Israel taking aim at Hamas terrorists after the bodies of 3 teenage boys kidnapped more than 2 weeks ago found in the West Bank. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying Hamas will pay. The Israeli Air Force striking more than 30 targets in the Hamas-controlled Gaza Strip in response to rocket attacks, more than 20 fired into southern Israel over the past 2 days.
This is news on the Blaze Radio Network.
Everyone is making the switch to the Blaze to make it their source for the truth. Why not make it your source for the truth? Make theblaze.com your homepage for news that the other outlets won't even touch. Subscribe to the Blaze TV at theblaze.com/TV or on Dish Network and get access to original programming like For the Record, the show that exposes what's really going on that the government doesn't want you to know. And Real News, the daily conversation on the topics of the day that matter most. Check out the Blaze Radio Network at theblaze.com/radio with original shows like Buck Sexton, The Morning Blaze with Doc Thompson, Pat and Stu, and Jay Severin. Or, if you need something to hold in your hands, subscribe to the Blaze magazine. So basically, anywhere you need to go, you can take the truth with you by taking the Blaze with you. This is the Blaze. Truth lives here. So just to recap, anywhere you need to go, you can take the truth with you by taking the Blaze with you. Find out all the ways at theblaze.com.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 The Source.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, brought to you by Mass Mutual Colorado. Experience Pros, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Save My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time back out of your day to join us for ours. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. Happy 1st of July.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Look at that. Okay, look at that. 2 quarters down for the year.
Right.
How you doing? How you faring?
You know, I'm doing fantastic. And our friend Kimberly Orr, Knockout Performance, had kind of a cool little post on her status update today. And what it was she was saying, we're 2 quarters in. She says, upon waking today and realizing the year is half over, your first thought is ...
Ooh, what kind of things did people say? Can we share?
I think so. In fact, I was the first to participate. I said, A, time flies by faster and faster, and B, we're on track for a killer year.
All right,
It'd be a good thing, right? Rochelle says, football is getting closer.
Oh, yeah, that's true,
Right.
but that means so is winter.
The return of Peyton Manning. No, let's keep it positive here.
Okay.
Mitch says the best is yet to come.
All right. We're on a roll. We're doing good stuff here.
So, again, the question is, upon waking today and realizing the year is half over, what's your first thought? Julie says, Starbucks. That's usually my first thought on any subject matter. Yep, predictable but delicious. Kate says, my birthday's less than a week away. Krista, thinking ahead, says Christmas.
Oh, you know.
I'm not ready for that.
Your first thought is Christmas on July 1st?
Right. Shannon says, time is so precious. Darla wants to know, I wonder what good stuff is headed my way. Angela says, a huge smile on my face because I have a new friend. And Mandy says, it's Kai's half birthday. Lots to accomplish before the year is over, but I've already accomplished my biggest dream of the year.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh, that is so cool.
Yeah. So what are you thinking about? It's the year's half over, or the year's half full.
Full. All right. Well, first of all, July, my favorite month, absolutely, my birthday month. My daughters, Alicia and Lauren, turned 21 this month. That is super, super exciting.
You know, it's funny because you talk about your daughters often, and you always refer to them. You are not an exaggerator in any stretch of the word. You always refer to them as they're 20. My daughters are 20. My daughters are 20. And maybe it's because to say that they are almost 21, to say that they are 21.
We've solved this.
What's that?
We've solved for this.
We have?
Yeah, they're actually, even though they were born in 1993, so that makes them 21, they're not actually going to be celebrating their 21st birthday.
They're not?
Mm-mm.
What do you think they're going to be celebrating?
We're celebrating their 18th birthday.
Again?
Yeah.
Mama,
it just seems more realistic.
No, it seems like self-serving.
It seems more realistic. People will buy the fact. I mean, if you look at them, they have a very youthful, very young look to them.
That's true. So do you.
Cannot obviously be a mom to a 21-year-old. So
anybody who knows you, anybody who ever finds out that you have 21-year-old twins, they say the same thing. Oh my gosh, really? Because you don't look like you could possibly have kids of that age. But you do. And so good month for you guys. It's going to be a great month for all three of you. Birthday month this month.
Okay, so anyways, that's why I love July.
Yeah.
July and August are traditionally the hottest months of the year, which means super sunshine and sun, and I am solar powered, so love all that. We did have we set ourselves up for some pretty significant audacious goals every quarter.
Sure.
And even if we don't always hit those goals, it's usually because a super duper goal we weren't even thinking of kind of came alongside and surpassed that in ways I couldn't have even imagined, which is one of those things that I think sometimes you think, Angel, it's counterproductive. Why do we even set goals? Because we're not hitting them, and they're not really, and we end up doing something else different. But then I think this is why we set goals, because then we recognize when the good stuff happens,
right.
And even if it didn't look like the way we thought it was going to look, it always looks better.
It always does. And so there you have it. Set some goals. You've got 6 months left to the year, which means your cup is half full, and boy, it's going to run over. I believe it. Folks, don't go anywhere. We come back. More positive business talk coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Back it up. Back it up. C-Squared Computer Consulting wants to remind you to back up your data on the 2nd of every month. Don't put off calling C-Squared Computer Consulting until it's an emergency. Call 303-933-1113 today to set up auto checks, backups, and a lot more. Hire C-Squared to be your IT department. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113. Online, find them at c2cc.net. Back it up.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
When you need a medical expert witness or someone to consult in your medical cases, you need MediPro Solutions. Let's face it, attorneys are busy and typically don't have the time to research the details of the medical aspects of every case. At MediPro Solutions, your medical legal consulting firm, they take care of every detail, leaving you and your lawyers to focus on the law. MediPro Solutions is owned and operated by licensed and board-certified physicians. When your case is on the line, call MediPro Solutions, 303-502-6735. That's 303-502-6735. Or online at MediProSolutions.com.
Late night on KLZ. It's the Dennis Miller Show. 10 o'clock on KLZ 560, The Source.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. If you're on Twitter, and boy, I spent some time on Twitter this morning, no doubt you'll find folks who have tens of thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of followers. And I sometimes have to scratch what used to be my hair and say, really? Are they really rabid followers of this person? Or have they purchased a list?
Well, you know what, and I think that sometimes you might actually want to go out and do campaigns and purchase those followers. I mean, we see people are doing it all the time. Right. How bad can it possibly be? What could possibly go wrong with purchasing
I just need more likes.
A list of followers to follow you, especially on Twitter, but any other social media. So we brought in our expert, Alex Hinojosa, the Vice President of Media Operations and Strategy at EMSI Public Relations. He oversees the creative process, and he knows a thing or two about how your Twitter follower faker-ness can backfire on you. Alex, welcome to the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Thanks for having me.
Alex, great to have you back on the broadcast. Fake followers. I'm guessing. Angel and I, we even recently came across a little bit of what sounded like criticism when somebody said, look, you've got 2,000 and change in your followers on Twitter. You've got 2,000, 2,300 in your fans on Facebook, and you're a radio show. You should have way more than that. And our response is quality over quantity every single day. What say you?
I completely agree with you. You know, what's interesting is that in the early days of social media, and I kind of feel like we're progressing out of that, ironically enough. It's been more than a decade since, like, MySpace. But really, it was all about the number of friends that you had or the number of followers that you had. But more and more, what we're finding is it's not the amount, it's how they are engaged with you and what it is that you're saying. Because, listen, politicians are buying fake followers, and I never understood the concept of a fake following, because a fake follower can't buy your product. They can't vote for you. As Manti Te'o found out, they can't go on a date with you.
Right.
I mean, you know, this is the problem with having a fake follower. They can take no action that can benefit your business.
Which, okay, see, I don't think anybody's ever put it in very clear words like that. They can't take action. And yet, somehow, we feel elevated to go, oh, look at me, look, I've got a lot of fans.
And you know what's interesting about that, and again, it really was about status. But now there are tools out there that Politico used to kind of examine the followings. We'll just use politicians for a moment. You know, see how many followers were real, how many were inactive, how many were fake. And what you find is if you build yourself up on status and look at me, I have all these followers, then 80% of them are fake. Well, now that credibility, that status is gone because you just look like somebody that's into taking shortcuts.
You know, and what's the value, Alex, of having all these followers if you can't ask them to do something to act on your behalf? And when you do, and you've got fake followers, and they don't, you're done.
And then now, and you're absolutely right. And then here's the other thing. Imagine your competition. Your competition could go use one of these free verifying tools and then point out, oh, wow, yeah, this person has 100,000 followers, but only 90 or 92% of them are fake. That's someone who takes shortcuts. Is that someone that you really want to do business with? Are they going to take shortcuts against you? That was what politicians were doing with each other, and now businesses are doing the same thing. You have to be on the up and up.
There's a verifying tool?
Yes, there is. It's statuspeople.com. I don't represent them. It's just something that we use here at EMSI Public Relations. And I actually had to tell a client the other day who came to us that 80% of his followers were fake. And we had to rework an agreement, and I could see the heartbreak in his face because he paid someone tens of thousands of dollars to build this following in which nobody could act on buying his service. And again, that's probably the most heartbreaking part of this, is that people are still falling for this idea that a fake following has value when it doesn't.
Oh, it would be heartbreaking to learn that most of your followers were phony and couldn't do business with you, even if you wanted them to. Okay, so Alex, what's the counter to having a fake follow list? I mean, we still need people to follow us. If we're not going to buy it, what else can we do?
Well, you know what? It's funny because I wrote this article for PR Daily, and people think that social media is a shortcut, but it isn't. It's the hard work for putting together a radio show every day. It's the hard work for marketing every day, and it's quite simple. You identify your target demographic. You create the content that appeals to that target demo. So that's step 2. But number 3 is where it falls in line with Twitter or Facebook or anything else. You engage. That means you tweet at, you follow, you retweet, you favorite. You get involved with the conversation. If it's about the World Cup or NBA free agency or the 4th of July, you get involved with the conversation, and then you build it through your point of view as a business person so that people are connecting with you and finding that you are actually a real person online that they might want to do business with at some point.
Wow. Alex, in a couple of minutes, you just kill it every time.
Well, thank you.
It's just like, who knew? And we agree, and we do believe that quantity over quality, quality over quantity means everything in it, because social media is all about the engagement.
It is all about the engagement, and I think that until we have experts that come on, because we do kind of fall for some of those traps. We see other people are using the buying the follower method, and, well, how bad can it be? Well, Alex is telling us. Now, Alex, you are actually going to be at the Tampa Bay Marketing Summit. Can you talk about that?
I'd love for you guys to come down for a 3-day weekend in Tampa Bay. Come on, Friday, August 8th, we're going to talk about marketing, whether it's PR, search engine optimization, a whole bunch about social media and how traditional media like radio ties together with digital media these days, all so that people can build their businesses. It's one day, TampaBayMarketingSummit.com. And there are articles up there right now. We got a branding pop quiz, that fake followers article that I wrote for PR Daily. It's all right there for you.
Well, fantastic. Okay, TampaBayMarketingSummit.com. And then, Alex, for EMSI Public Relations, do you have any contact information you'd like to share for your company?
Right there, EMSIPublicRelations.com, or there's a link at the Tampa Bay Marketing Summit.
You're good people. Maybe we'll see you in August.
Oh, I'd love for it. I got to meet you guys in person. I can't wait. I'm hoping.
All right, Alex. Thanks again for being with us. We appreciate you. We will have you back. And, folks, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk coming up next. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Testosterone therapy. We've all heard about the benefits, but which method is safe? Hi, this is Dan Denai, Chief Operating Officer with BioT Medical. At BioT, we've developed the safest, most effective way to balance your hormones. Unlike synthetic shots, gels, and creams with many dangerous side effects, bioidentical, natural testosterone pellets are safe and beneficial to the heart, bones, brain, and prostate. Go to biotmedical.com to learn more. That's BIOTE medical.com. BioT, it's the right choice.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With the unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Grassroots Radio Colorado, today at 5 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Say what you want, but don't
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We sure appreciate you for tuning in today. Hey, review sites, like Yelp, Google Reviews.
TripAdvisor.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're here to stay.
Yeah.
So
people use them. I think that consumers review them, check them out.
Well, they tend to do one of two things in the business community. Mostly, they strike fear in the heart of business owners because anybody can say anything, and they do.
And they do. And it's not necessarily,
accurate.
It's not necessarily an accurate experience. It might be somebody who just has a bone to pick with you.
Right. And then second of all, they tend to put their head in the ground and say, or at least feel like they're saying, if I don't see it, then it doesn't exist, and I don't have to deal with it.
Well,
you do.
Do you? I mean,
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
I think you can just, if you ignore it, it'll go away.
How's that work for everything else in life?
All right, so maybe it doesn't, but
Okay.
in my head, I'm hoping,
Yeah.
I'm visualizing it going away.
Hey, let's talk about some ways that we can help you with your online, your review site presence, and you can actually harness the power of these things if you do it properly. So the first thing is get your head out of the ground and realize that you need a presence on these sites. So if you're a restaurant, there's lots of different review sites for restaurants. If you are a vacation destination, TripAdvisor and Yelp, great. Yelp is kind of crosses the bridge of all of them, whether you're a restaurant or a small business or whatever. So the first thing you need to do is develop a detail-loaded presence. That is to say, don't just leave a silhouette for your profile. Don't just leave it to Google to populate your address and that's it. Come on and say, you know what, I've given this some thought and I'm going to put my presence out there the way that I want it to be.
Okay, all right. So being authentic and being actually having a face and a name and a photo and all of that, because it does seem more like you're talking with a real person rather than a bot.
Absolutely. One detail that seems problematic is the address for home-based businesses, right, or service-related businesses. You're a consultant and you don't know what to put for your home. You don't want to put your home address on there. There's a couple of suggestions. In many sites, you can enter a geographic area, Greater Denver metropolitan area, something like that, right? Or why don't you just go and get yourself a virtual office? Like Kellogg Executive Suites. For $50, you can have a mailing address.
Again, you want to look professional. You want to look like you're going to be around for a while. You don't want to look like you're temporary or anything that goes along with that.
Right. Second thing, if you want to really harness the power of these review sites, you need to read the fine print. After purchasing a yearly program with industry-specific ratings, Michael Dash, who's the president of New York-based CarParkKings.com, discovered as his traffic to his e-business increased, so did the changes he needed to keep the reviews coming. In other words, he needed to go out and make sure that every time his traffic increased, he kept up with it, and otherwise he would fall into the irrelevant. If he's not updating his site, some of the review sites said, you know something, we're going to drop you down. It's their algorithms. It's what all of them do.
Well, they all have their own algorithms, and you can't mess with it.
Absolutely.
You kind of have to play by their rules, period.
Number 3, go out and accrue reviews. Make sure that people are constantly reviewing you. How do you do that? Well, you ask them to. You make sure that they know that they can. Provide them an opportunity to give you feedback on these review sites. Maybe you put out a kiosk and say, please review us right here. Maybe you hand out an iPad to the table if you're a restaurant and say, we'd love it if you'd review our service before you leave. Free dessert.
You know what? I had something recently. I was at someplace, Eric, that said if you give us a Facebook review we're going to give you this free gift that's right here on our counter, which I wanted.
There you go.
However, here's the downside to that. You can't actually, your mobile phone doesn't bring up the review site part on Facebook. You have to do that from a different computer, so I couldn't take home my present.
You couldn't?
No, because I couldn't review it on the spot.
So what do you think of my idea when they provide you a tablet in order to do so?
I kind of like the idea.
Yeah.
There's two things with that. One, when you're done, make sure you log out of your account.
Yes.
And number two, do you know your password?
Yes.
Oh, I don't.
Okay. All right.
Mine is so convoluted. You know, I got the whole Chris Kaiser change your password and be all, you know, stealthy on it. I have the most complicated passwords ever. I can never remember them.
Did you know that Yelp, their policy states that it does not want businesses to ask for a review? And if a business asks for a review, if Yelp believes that a review has been solicited, disqualified.
Well, how would they know that a review has been solicited?
Well, if you solicit,
Eric asked me to write this review, so here I am saying Experience Pros is uber-duper.
That could be, but also a one-on-one face-to-face ask is different than a please review us. Click this link to go to Yelp, to our site, and review us.
Oh.
Well, you click that link, guess what?
Oh,
you left a trail.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. So, number 5, be careful how you respond to negative or false reviews. Be really, really careful. The knee-jerk reaction when somebody says something that is either negative or false is to do what? Defend.
Okay, right. Yeah, well, sure, right. We were in our right space to deny this person, whatever.
Right. And you want to defend, and you want to sit there and say, well, you're a moron because you didn't play by the rules. Don't do that. In order to be effective, even if they are not factually correct, you must be able to divert the attention off of that. Don't go deleting. In many cases, the review sites you can't delete, but deal with it in a positive way. We're so sorry this was your experience. I'll call you and let's make it right. Now what can they do or say? Right? I mean, it's one of those things where you visibly, in front of anybody who's reading the review, has seen that you obviously did not intend for this to be the case, and you're willing to take care of it. Be careful how you take that.
Well, and your wording is so important here, because here's the problem with when you're dealing with something negative. When we read something that somebody else wrote, I don't know why, but the tendency is we read it negatively and sarcastically. So when you say, we're happy to help, what we read is, we're happy to help. You know, like this, not like.
I think you can use the words that communicate authenticity.
So you have to be very careful with the phrases that you use. I had somebody who said he wrote to somebody and said, you know, good luck, and you know, he was really trying to wish them good luck. Good luck with that.
And it sounded snarky.
And they took it back as snarky. Good luck with that, as if you're never going to get anywhere ahead of that. And so short and simple, which is why you don't want to explain it. You don't want to engage in the conversation because it will be misinterpreted. It will be misread. We want to help. We want to fix this. Let's connect. That tells them we're not having this conversation here. It shows proactive action in trying to solve it, but doesn't leave anything for misinterpretation.
Love that. And finally, if you're looking to use a reputation manager to manage, maintain, and help you not only keep positive things going in the right direction or negative things, invest wisely. There are a lot of sharks out there that will take a lot of your money in order to clean up a negative comment or to do regular maintenance on your site. We have a great suggestion for you. Pamela Herman, reachacrosstheregister.com, fantastic organization, and she can keep your comments positive and your review sites loaded with positive reviews, which is well worth every penny spent. There you have it, folks. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Hi, ladies. This is Angel, and I want to let you in on one of my favorite fashion secrets. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella's studio for a full year, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella's studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara. And all of the compliments I get. Get yours today. Call Carabella's studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. And to ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. 303-909-9585.
If selling is important to your bottom line in business, and it is, then how you sell is more important than what you sell. If your sales approach is old school and outdated, you're leaving money on the table. Sales expert Liz Wendling will absolutely help you update your sales language and transform your sales results. Stop sounding like everyone else in your industry and stand out, not blend in. Liz can show you how. Every minute you delay, you're losing money. Call Liz Wendling today, 303-988-9157, or visit online at evolvedselling.com.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706, or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff it up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it up.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show, where we are shaking it up. This is the revolution in how people treat people in business. And I thought maybe we would revisit a conversation from last week, and then again yesterday. We touched on it just a moment, whatnot. I thought we'd bring back the conversation back around to Pinterest.
Oh, you did you?
Yes, ma'am. I thought that we could talk about how to use Pinterest for brainstorming.
All right, I'll let you play. I'll let you, now that you're on board with the whole Pinterest thing and you've changed your tone, which I appreciate very, very much. How would you use it for brainstorming?
Well, actually, Ann Smarty, that's really her name. and Smarty, kind of helped us get our thoughts around this a little bit on how to use Pinterest for brainstorming. First of all, what is brainstorming, right? Brainstorming is a collection of ideas. No one is invalid. It's just
ideas. We're just throwing stuff out there.
Right. And so here are great ways you can do this. First of all, capture interesting ideas. Pinterest is a brilliant place for capturing those ideas because it's all visual. And what does a visual do? It stimulates that cerebral cortex and it goes, yes, I think I could talk about that. Or I could do something, I could blog about that. Or I could create a product that solves that, right?
Okay.
So go ahead and collect photos on Pinterest to spark your imagination.
I think that's a great idea. I've already come up with a name for my next company. Why are you silent?
You're having a next company?
I came up with a name for it.
Are you already leaving me?
Just yesterday, actually, this came up.
Oh, well, great.
Peach Pit.
Peach Pit?
Peach Pit. My logo could be a little peach pit. My colors could be like peaches and greens. I can see it all. I don't know what we do.
You doing in this peach pit?
I don't know yet. I just have the name and the colors and the logo. I brainstormed.
Nothing.
All by myself.
Nothing wrong with that.
In my car. Just me.
Having a new business.
I don't know what we do at Peach Pit. But I liked the logo and the colors. And I can actually even see the font.
Hire an out-of-work radio host.
I didn't say I was starting it tomorrow.
Maybe. All right, so here's one of the coolest ways that you can use this type of concept, grabbing on Pinterest these photos that help you with brainstorming. Collaborate between an illustrator and a writer. This was an example. An illustrator and a writer were creating a comic book, and they created a board to be shared between them. They added ideas for art design, story arc, characters, colors, more, and referred back to us. So let's apply this to your
Peach Pit.
Peach Pit.
It could be. Actually, I have no idea. It could be a
Everything I can
boutique,
possibly
a
do to
clothing
be
store, a
supportive
radio
on
show,
Pinterest.
a television show. It could be a Pinterest page. I don't know. I have no idea what Peach Pit does. I just like the name.
Except exclude me.
I didn't say that. You want to work for Peach Pit?
Maybe.
I know, but think about, we could have pipe in the smell of fresh peaches, and everything would be peachy keen. I mean, think about what our Peach Pit Pinterest page would look like.
Peach Pit Pinterest page?
It's gonna be perfect.
It's fuzzy right now. That's with the silent P. But it will work itself out. All right. Here's some other things. You find these inspiring photos. Now let's talk about collaborating with others. Right? You've got that collaboration going on, and before you know it, you have some opportunity to create this brainstorming microcosm just by using Pinterest.
I think absolutely. I mean, you see the pictures and you see what pictures lead to other pictures and where that goes. I could lose myself for hours on Pinterest, and every now and then I even use it professionally and not just for how to make my own laundry soap.
You've done that, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know that the word Peach Pit is actually available from the Secretary of State or anything like that. I don't have a plan. I don't have a business plan. I just had an idea. It's a brainstorm. No idea is bad.
No idea is bad.
Not that we didn't need a new business.
I'm being notified that our business is being phased out and you're already working on the next one.
Is that what you heard?
That is exactly what everybody heard.
Is that what you heard?
Everybody.
Is that what you heard, Charlie? That's what you heard?
Yes.
Just ideas.
Peach Pit. Sounds like a swear word to me.
Well, so did Fan Breaking Friday when I first suggested that.
Yeah, but I like that one.
Oh.
It's a swear word that starts with an F.
Okay.
Or it's not a swear word that starts with an F.
Not a swear word. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump. Well, actually, starting tomorrow, we're going to actively address our Pinterest strategy. And we'll see where it goes. Maybe we'll have a brainstorm board. Maybe somebody could post a picture maybe a listener could post a picture on our Pinterest board that would trigger a conversation right here on the radio show.
Can you do that?
Why not? It's
No, they can't post a picture on our Pinterest
they
board.
can't share a picture to our board.
No.
The hell good is Pinterest anyways?
No, you can't put a picture on somebody else's board.
Stupid network.
No, it's not a stupid network, but you don't want your board filled with somebody else's pictures. You want your board filled with your own
girls
pictures.
braiding hair and swinging.
Oh, there he goes again. He kind of came all back, and we're all tickling each other having tickle parties. You could post your Pinterest picture to our Facebook page and brainstorm
whatever
your
she
Pinterest
said.
picture on our Facebook page.
Send us a picture, make me feel better.
If you send me a picture of Peach Pits, we're looking for logos.
Peach Pits.
I don't know. I saw this yogurt store, and it said something, and I misread it, and what I thought it said it didn't say, and then my brain went, oh, but you know what a fun name for it would be? Would be Peach Pit. And then I thought, oh, Peach Pit, what a cute little business name, and look, and this would be the logo, and these would be the colors, and that's kind of like just where my brain went as I'm driving down the road.
Peach water yogurt. Our pits are dry. We'll be back after these messages.
The Experienced Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Do you want to meet some new people, make some great connections, and network with other business owners? Call me, Penny, today at 303-220-0366 or go to theconnectingexperts.com. Connecting people to people.
Camp Experience is a one-of-a-kind annual retreat designed exclusively for women who are ready for education and inspiration and want to connect to a network of amazing women. Sign up for the camp event happening on September 19 through 21 at Cheyenne Mountain Resort. At camp, there's time to just relax and be a girlfriend as you refine your vision, reflect on your purpose, and enjoy top speakers and creative activities. It's also the perfect place to simply have fun. Register today for Camp Experience at campexperience.com.
Cheers, Experience Pro listeners. My name is Lisa Voss, and I'm the owner of the Denver area Tilda Kilt Pub and Eateries. I'd like to personally invite you to check out the most vibrant happy hour in Denver. Each kilt features a tremendous selection of cold Colorado craft beers, as well as 6 delicious new appetizers priced from $2 to $5, such as our tasty whiskey beef skewers. Join us for happy hour 3 to 7 p.m., 7 days a week at either location, downtown on the 16th Street Mall or in the Denver Tech Center on Bellevue and Ulster. Tilda Kilt, where cold beer never tasted so good.
Arthritis and gout sufferers, listen up. You don't have to resolve yourself to a lifetime of pain. Burt Middleton is a certified nutritional therapy consultant and a former gout sufferer. That's right, I said former gout sufferer. Whether you deal with rheumatoid arthritis or the most severe case of gout, Burt Middleton can and will help you kill the pain quickly and permanently. You need Burt Middleton, the gout killer. His nutritional and lifestyle solutions help you get the gout out. Check out thegoutkiller.com today or call Burt directly 970-485-5955.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to see it thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
There's only one place on the dial for you to share your stories of great customer service, and that's Fan Braggin' Friday on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Every Friday, the phone lines are open for you to call and tell the world who's getting it right in business. Call 855-FAN-BRAG and change the way people treat people in business. You can post your stories every day on the Experience Pros Facebook page and call in on Fridays for Fan Braggin' Friday at 855-326-2724. 855-FAN-BRAG. Tell Eric and Angel, and then tell the world about Fan Braggin' Friday.
Dennis Miller here. Be sure to tune in for the Dennis Miller Show, where we talk politics, entertainment, and everything in between. Our guests are the best you'll hear on radio. It's radio you can trust, right here on the Dennis Miller Show.
Tonight at 10 p.m., it's the Dennis Miller Show, right here on KLZ 560, The Source.
Randy Corcoran is live and local from 5 to 8 every weekday morning on The Source.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Hey, we sure appreciate you for tuning in. Hopefully this has been both fun, entertaining, inspiring, and productive for your business day.
Well, I think that's what we want to make sure, that anytime during the hours from 10 to noon, you can just tune in for a little pick-me-up to your work day, get a little inspiration, a little education, learn something you might not have been thinking about before. And, of course, if you miss it from 10 to noon, you can always catch the archive by going to experiencepros.com. Click on the video where you click on Listen to the Pros. You'll see a video, little webcam, a little behind-the-scenes view of us here in the studio and having fun here in the studio. But we do want to make sure that your business is growing. And I think sometimes we can get a little off track and distracted by the squirrels.
Squirrels?
As entrepreneurs, I think we can easily get distracted. And squirrels look like social media. They look like somebody you met who says, hey, have you thought of this idea? You know, I was thinking maybe we could brainstorm on something or collaborate on something that is totally off base, and it kind of distracts you from what you're really doing. But at the end of the day, we're all in it to grow our business, to meet somebody new, to sell another product, to schedule another service, and to grow our business. Now, here's the thing. I think too often during the summer we start to treat it like a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
The days are long and hot, and the pool is beckoning, and lemonade is chilled.
Now, there's a squirrel worthy of attention.
Well, but your business is not a hobby. Your business needs to be fueled every single day. Now, let's just pretend and say, for safety's sake, that you're putting in 30 hours a week into your business. It's about half of what...
You did say pretend, right?
I did pretend because, I don't want to scare people.
Right.
That you might be putting in 60. I don't know any entrepreneur that is...
You said pretend, right?
Only putting in 60 hours a week. Though we have actually cut back our hours a little bit. It seems like during the summer, it seems like we're not working nearly as hard, but probably because there's not nearly as much going on, because all the rest of the people are treating it like a hobby. Well, there are 5 companies that are definitely on our list that are not treating summertime like a hobby. They are forging ahead, full steam ahead, summertime marketing. They are not rolling up the sidewalks. They're keeping that momentum going all summer long, and we will be doing live broadcasts with them and encourage you to do business with them. And
first one's starting in just a couple of days.
Right. In 2 days from now, Arcom Corp will be here in the studio with their fun summertime broadcast. And so we encourage you to tune in, and let's talk about some summertime marketing campaigns and ways to keep your brand in front of people all summer long and keep your business going, because we know you cannot turn it off and then just flip the switch in the fall and expect that you get to start right from where you're at with that same momentum. You lose that momentum. You get behind the 8 ball. Your September and October is trying to catch up again, and then you fall trap to the holidays. So you are halfway through the year. You have your goals. I want you to pull them out. I want you to double them, and then I want you to visualize what that looks like for you at the end of the year, and I want you to work hard to get that done and put the steps in place. Arcom Corp is doing that. Blue Zenith, web design, by the numbers, bookkeeping and accounting, ANS cleaning, ceiling cleaning and restoration, and United Martial Arts and Fitness Center.
Wow, a lot of people who are saying they're going to do something positive. You can still do this too. The Experience Summer Campaign is off and running, but it means that there's still time for you to jump in as well. For under $500, you get a 13-week complete campaign that includes a live broadcast either here in the studio or at your location, and the social media for 13 weeks, mentions on the radio show, commercials running on the radio show, driving traffic to you, your brand, and what's going on for less than $500. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's a good deal.
Well, it's $4.99, so I guess it is $1 less.
It is $1 less than $500.
I know. I know, but you just think, well, less than. So what is that? How less?
$4.99.
How less?
$1 less.
$1 less.
Yep.
$1 less, and all that and more, and a bag
Basically
of chips.
a $2,000 package for pennies on the dollar.
Well, we're going to have fun giving you some summertime marketing tips, making sure that you're using summer to the full advantage, just like our Experience Summer campaign sponsors. At the end of it all, we will be giving away some super fun prizes. So anytime that we are out and about in the community, come and drop your business card in. We're working with Camp Experiences, giving away some prizes. We've got some other fun things. It's all still coming together, but worthwhile to come out and visit us. Sometimes our live broadcasts will be here in the studio. Maybe they've got a small store, or maybe no store. Maybe they're virtual. And so, for example, Blue Zenith Web Design. She does web design. So
Right.
we're going to do her live broadcast here in the studio. So you want to make sure you tune in and watch the fun stuff that goes on that day. And, of course, you could still stop by. We'll have the drawing box probably at the front desk if you want to swing by and put your business card in.
Absolutely. Hey, if you want to know what's going on in the business world here in the Denver area, the Colorado area, the members of the Extreme Customer Service Directory get to post their events on our meetup, and one such gentleman used our Facebook page to post an event. Thought we'd share that with you today. Another edition of Boost Denver happens tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. in the Denver Tech Center. There is a link to it on our Facebook wall. The topic is, will franchising lead to riches or ruin? And it's co-hosted by Drew Shockley of Call to Action Alliance and Chris Slater of Jewel Insurance. So if you're interested in that and check it out, there's a link on our Facebook wall. You can check that.
I love it. You can always go to Meetup every day to find out what's going on in the Experience Pros community. Many of our members are hosting events. You can find them all on our calendar. Make sure you click on the calendar tab and join our meetup, meetup.com/experiencepros. We will be, we're actually hosting the kickoff to the Old Bag Bash.
Oh, yeah.
The Old Bag Bash is actually happening in October, but tomorrow is the kickoff where we are... The James Resource Network is collecting designer handbags to be auctioned off. They're looking to collect 300 designer handbags to be auctioned off to help single parents who are just kind of newly single, going recently through a divorce or a widow, and just the transition and the challenges that happen when you find yourself newly as a brand new single parent. So jamesresourcenetwork.org, the Old Bag Bash. It's also listed on our meetup site. But we'll be at Shishi's Corner on Wednesday from 6 to 8, catering by Ivy at the Glen.
Oh.
And we're looking for companies who want to be a drop-off location to collect designer handbags.
Absolutely. We've got several people who are already RSVP'd. You can, again, find this on our meetup, meetup.com/experiencepros. And one of our listeners, Karen, writes in and she says, I'm gathering my bags and I'm happy to contribute to a wonderful cause and a fun night.
It is going to be super fun. And so if you have designer handbags that you want to drop off for the Old Bag Bash, you can take them to Shishi's Corner. The address is 7562 South University Boulevard. So it's kind of near Arapahoe.
Yeah, Arapahoe and
University,
or Dry Creek and University.
Dry Creek and University.
Sorry about that. Dry Creek and University is right there, the intersection just south of Dry Creek.
It's called Shishi's Corner. They take donations of clothing, household items, and then resell them, and the funds go to the James Resource Charity that is actually also putting together money and resources, and they're going to actually create a housing
for single-parent families.
Single parents.
Yeah.
So great stuff that they're doing there. But again, you can bring your designer handbags or just sign up to be a collection. We're going to be collecting them from now probably through September.
Would you like us to talk about your business? We would love to meet you. If you offer extreme customer service, and by that we mean that it's not just about a place to complain, a customer service department's not just where you return defective information or I guess
defective information.
Yeah, I didn't like this information.
I didn't like
have
this
it back.
information. I'm giving it back.
Products and whatnot. Extreme Customer Service says that the customer experience is of paramount importance to you, and you do everything that you can to be intentional about creating such an experience for your customers and or clients. If that's you, we'd like to know about you. Reach out to us by email at fanbrag at experiencepros.com. That's fanbrag, FANBRAG, at experiencepros.com. And let's get a conversation started about how we can talk about you and your brand on the radio. Now, on behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in, for participating, for sharing this, the revolution in how people treat people in business. Go ahead, give somebody a 20-second kiss. You know you want one. That stands for Kindness is So Simple, and we'll see you tomorrow.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Legendary KLZ 560. The Source.
This is Ken Clark, Freedom 560. Please come join the Blue Star